A deadly stampede in Gaza has claimed at least 20 lives in an indescribable chaos where starving families rushed to an aid distribution point. How can the desperate quest for food turn into tragedy in a region already ravaged by war? On Wednesday, July 16, 2025, horror struck Khan Younis, revealing a worsening humanitarian crisis day by day. Hi, it's Carlos. I hope you're doing well. Subscribe to this YouTube channel to stay informed about all the economic and political news in just a few minutes a day. On Wednesday, July 16, 2025, a food aid distribution organized by the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, GHF, supported by the United States and Israel, turned into a nightmare in Khan Younis in the southern Gaza Strip. According to Reuters, 19 people were trampled and one was fatally stabbed during a stampede triggered, according to the GHF, by armed agitators affiliated with Hamas. Palestinian officials cited by Hamas reject this version, accusing GHF guards and Israeli soldiers of using pepper spray and opening fire on the crowd, causing panic. Nasser Hospital in Khan Younis reported receiving 21 bodies, most of whom died from suffocation due to tear gas inhalation or were crushed in the chaos, according to the BBC. A witness, cited by Reuters, described thousands of people packed into narrow passages, some jumping over fences, while armed contractors allegedly used pepper bombs. This tragedy highlights the growing tension surrounding aid distribution in Gaza, where hunger has reached critical levels. According to Médecins Sans Frontières, cases of acute malnutrition in Gaza have quadrupled in 2 months, with children particularly vulnerable. The GHF, backed by the United States and Israel, was established to bypass traditional UN aid systems, which Israel accuses of allowing Hamas to divert aid, an allegation both Hamas and the UN deny. However, the GHF's model, relying on private contractors and strict identity checks, is widely criticized. The UN and NGOs like the International Committee of the Red Cross argue that it violates humanitarian principles of impartiality and neutrality, according to Reuters. A post on X by UNRWA highlights that this dystopian system fails to meet the needs of the most vulnerable populations, such as the injured or children. The political context exacerbates the situation. Ceasefire negotiations initiated on July 6, 2025, with mediation from Egypt, Qatar, and the United States, are stalled. Hamas demands the dismantling of the GHF and a return to a UN-led aid system, while Israel insists on maintaining partial control over Gaza, according to Reuters. Additionally, the completion of a new road by the Israeli army, separating towns east of Khan Younis, is seen as an attempt to pressure Hamas, according to Palestinian sources. These tensions heighten the desperation of civilians who are trapped between war, hunger, and failing aid systems. The GHF, established in May 2025 to manage aid distribution after an 11-week Israeli blockade, operates 4 sites in the Gaza Strip to feed approximately 2 million people, according to The Guardian. However, these sites, often protected by American contractors and Israeli troops, are criticized for their chaotic management. The UN Human Rights Office reported 875 deaths near aid points and convoys over 6 weeks, including 615 near GHF sites, according to Reuters. Amjad al-Shawa, director of the Palestinian NGO network, denounced the GHF's gross mismanagement, pointing to the lack of crowd control and organization in the face of starving and exhausted civilians. Share your thoughts in the comments. If this report struck a chord, subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up to stay updated on the latest news. See you soon.